All right, everybody, first wash. This is my APG, Automotive Performance Group, Bronco Wild Track Pro Runner. So it used to be a Wild Track, and now it's what they call a Pro Runner. And so I'm gonna wash it and talk to you about the plan here, and I still have a lot to figure out on this thing. I went and read the specs again. It's very rare that I just buy something and not like do it myself, and so there's a lot going on this thing that I still have to kind of figure out and learn about. But let's just get started and start washing the darn thing. These 40s, I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna get all these nibs off of here. But what I'm gonna do is clean the wheels. I think what I'll probably do is take the wheels off in the next week or so and coat them. I got to figure out how to do that. So I got to bring my ACH hydraulic jack with an extension, because I don't think my Pit Boss jacks can get up on this thing. So we're going to figure it out. Anyway, let's get started. So it's clean, but it doesn't fit in an enclosed trailer. It's too wide, and so it has to come in an open trailer. So it's super, super dirty. Oh man. I almost want to hit this with, I'll hit it with Bilt Hamber afterwards. That's what we'll do. On the Raptor, wherever the Raptor is, it did such a great job of cleaning the tires. Bryce has been telling me about this for a while. Just use the darn Bilt Hamber touchless on this. So I have 50/50 Shine Supply Wise Guy in here. Let's see if this thing works. This is the old sprayer. Shoot. Looks like it nuked it. High alkaline products nuked the old spray head. And so this is the new spray head I have right here. Let's just do this right now. So this is a brand new bottle and sprayer. We placed our container order, so we're 6 weeks out, 7 weeks out from. We'll probably have a pre-order coming real soon here. But it has a new head, new sprayer, new everything. Atomization's better. So on these tires, these are Nitto, what are these, Terra Grapplers? Yeah, Terra Grapplers. So these are mud terrain tires. And I was actually pretty shocked. George on his Bronco, his Pro Runner had these tires that had 10,000 miles on them, and they were still pretty decent. So, I mean, I could always go to all terrains at some point in the future. I think they make there's a 39-inch all terrain. But I wanted the 40s just to have the 40s. And so it's actually been pretty composed. I drove it to dinner the other night. It's pretty freaking sweet, this thing. That's for sure. All right, so I get that on the tire first. But I'm not going to dress these tires. I'm going to, what am I going to do with them? My plan is to just use mineral spirits and just keep them clean. So the brakes, I had them they took them. They didn't want to completely disassemble them, so we decided to just do a paint. The brakes are actually stock brakes. They're electric assisted hydraulic typical brake system. And because I was like, well, we need to do Brembos or something. He's like, man, I'm telling you, the brakes are something you don't need to mess with on this thing. And so we didn't do brakes, but these are Innovate forged. So over what he normally does on these, the weight savings per corner was 23 pounds. And so we went from a 150 pound to like 130-ish pounds, 127 pound wheel tire combo. The other thing that I did to this is I decided I didn't want let me just stick this in here. We're not going to need any more brake buster for this job. I didn't want to have the spare tire, so we ditched the spare. I really like the finish on these Innovate wheels. I mean, if I did some like cast wheel, it was only like maybe like $2,000 more to do these custom Innovate wheels. They made them, you know, custom, whatever offset, size, finish I want. And so I wanted this satin black. I like satin better than matte because satin has a better chance of holding up. But we're gonna take them off and we'll coat them with Armor wheel coating. But for today, the goal is just to wash the car, assess it. I probably really only need to do a finish polish. The entire paint, the entire car was wet sanded and then re-cleared where needed. And so it should all be flat and awesome. Because about half of the truck, or car, or whatever you call this thing, half of it is been repainted with the new fenders. Let's see here. Let's just do an initial wipe. That's no good. So I think I'm gonna. I gotta work with any new car. You gotta kind of work on your procedure. What's the procedure for it? And so I think I'll probably use Bilt Hamber. I'm going to coat all of this. And so I'm going to use Bilt Hamber on the fenders, fender wells. So I'm not going to hit it with the brake buster. At least that's my initial thought. So because of how I'm going to be using this thing, you know, basically driving around the street, although I may have gotten a little air the other night on some of these little new lots. There's like little berms between each lot, and so I caught a little air on this sucker. But I didn't do so these are King 3.0, I forget the spec of, they're like 17-inch shocks in the front, and with Dana axles. I didn't do the bypass shock, because again, I don't plan on, you know, Baja in this thing. So I saved myself 10 G's by not doing the extra bypass shock. That dropped some weight off the thing as well. So what I was looking for was maximum streetability in this off-road monster. I know it's going to take some of you off, but I don't care. I think it's awesome. But what a great experience, man. APG, I mean, they had this thing licked. We had a very specific schedule, a very specific build time. They build it on a schedule. Update with photos, update with, you know, if he has any questions or anything, he'll text me, photo updates on the process. So the build took him about 6 weeks, I think, once he started it. So I think I ordered this in October. So he sourced it for me. And so I got it from a dealership in Kansas City. So this is a Wild Track. That's the base vehicle. You need, you can't do a Bronco Raptor yet, and it's just too complicated. What I wanted was an full electronic control, the diff and the, you know, four-wheel drive mechanism and all that stuff. I wanted it to be factory-like. And that's why you pay all the money. I mean, you could buy one of these and put a suspension on it, but this is like, this car feels as if I got this from the factory this way. It's pretty freaking wild how the fit and finish that George and his team puts together. But the process, so I ordered the vehicle from a dealership that he sourced. I paid for the vehicle. So actually the way it worked is I paid for the parts, And then so it was like 80,000 or 85,000 bucks for all the parts. So he could start to order everything. Then about a month later, this was in August when I signed the paperwork. You order the parts in August. Everything starts to arrive. The thing that takes the longest are the wheels. Then we ordered the truck. He found one for me in October. So we got it. He got it by November. I think he started the build like November 13th or something like that, and had the thing to me by Christmas. So it actually arrived on Christmas Day. The delivery driver, I mean, that wasn't the plan. It's just the way the timing worked out. But this arrived first thing. Actually, it arrived at 5 p.m. on Christmas, which is really cool. So the driver, I guess he didn't care. He was just rolling. He had 2 Rivian, like Amazon trucks, and then this was in the middle on an open trailer. So it was 3 vehicle open trailer. Came from there in near Long Beach. It's outside of Los Angeles. That's where APG is. But what a great process, man. I really wanted to go out there and take delivery, but I just didn't have the time to get there. So it worked out great because I didn't get to see it until it showed up. I'm super pumped though. So I'm using brake buster here in the foam cannon. Just doing an initial cleaning. We'll do an initial cleaning and assessing of everything. My guess is it'll be a basic, just like a perfect finish single step. We'll see how good George's guys are at, they're paint guys, paint and body guys. So we'll see how the paint looks. I'm not going to do PPF on this. The thing's already been repainted, so I'll just have stuff painted if I need to. Just go down to Ultimate Auto, and Christian and team can dial in. And Chase, cut it out, man. Did he just come out? What's he doing? And this lip's pretty aggressive on this. So these are true bead locks. So there's a bead lock ring. I asked if they could do I think these are T316 stainless hardware. I like the center cap on this. I don't like that big floaty or big fat, bedazzled center cap that a lot of the brands do, especially on trucks. So I just wanted a really subdued, really basic wheel. They're super high quality. The finish looks awesome. So this is the bigger tire brush. You gotta do some denibbing. I'm assuming, a bead lock is just simply, I think the installation is pretty similar to a regular. I guess I'm gonna learn when. I'll probably end up swapping these tires every, say, 7,500 to 10,000 miles. I'll get my tire machine back up and running. The great news is this sucker fits in the garage, no problem. All right, let's just try this again and see if it's worth it. Doing 2-step cleaning here to the tires. Yeah, trying to dress these, I just think is futile. So I'm just gonna go to a much simpler process of just use mineral spirits periodically. Just keep it clean. Part of my goal here is to get my life in order so that way I can wash a couple of cars every weekend, make lots of videos washing the cars, and not have to live a life of filth. But you know, I was talking about giving this to the Michelle and selling the Raptor. That is off the table. Yesterday, I've been working on the Raptor. You've been watching videos of me dialing it in. It's funny though, the thing's totally neglected. Makes me second guess all my life decisions. Totally neglected. Haven't even washed the thing in 6 months, 7 months. And it's perfect. I got it dialed in, it looks great. Except for the TEs, the wheels are destroyed. So I ordered some methods last night. I ordered the newish Nitto Recon grapplers for the Raptor. So I ordered those, and I ordered MR305, I think. And you know, I would like to get these or some other wheels for it, but I needed something that tire rack could mount, balance, send to me all together. So if you want the TEs, the TEs need to be taken off and refinished, and I don't have time for that, and I don't have the stock wheels. And so what I'm gonna do is just swap them. They put the TPMS sensor and everything right on it. Oh man, I could actually get behind here and clean the inside of the, I could always clean the inside of the tires too if I wanted to. I might have to. So yeah, I was cleaning the Raptor's interior yesterday, and I'm like, plus I like this thing, so this is mine. Michelle can keep the Raptor. I'm gonna, get the wheels dialed, get it cleaned up, and sell the Evo. And I'm looking at, I'm gonna try to find someone here locally, really close, that would let me rent their garage, like somebody who isn't here all year or has a vacation home. We'll see. I think, I don't know, I might actually off-road this thing. It's crazy though, when I did a little bit of, there's some back lots as they're developing back here. I was just ripping around. It's like, just eats everything up like it's not even there. It's unbelievable. And what I may do, if I absolutely love this thing, which right now I kind of do, maybe we'll do a giveaway on this one and I'll build another one just for fun. Have George build me one and do whatever, I'll figure out whatever I didn't do on this, whatever I missed out or did wrong on this, I could redo it. But so far, it seems pretty sick. So I probably won't even need to decon this, but we're going to find out. I may iron remove it, although I don't know that I have enough iron removal. So I think today is just going to be a wash and assess, and then the next wash I'll decide what I'm going to do. Because I got my Michelle conspired, and I've been talking about it for years, but I finally got the Park Tool master collection. So I want to unbox that. And so I'm going to be busy the rest of the day. I've got another, we got an interview, an Destination OG interview today. You have till the end of the month. I'm going to run the $5,000 all in till December 31st. So you can still grab a week if you want. I think we sold like 14 weeks. So next year's looking pretty sharp. Yeah, this isn't too bad. The cleaning process is no different than any other car. So what am I looking for here? This. The good news about if I do go do some off-roading, Florida, we don't have a lot of mud. So, what do they say? For every minute of fun is an hour of cleaning in the off-road world. Oh yeah, the simple black brakes look great. I decided to go simple. No, I was gonna do some like blue accents and stuff, and I just decided that we were gonna refinish the King shocks to the proper OG blue instead of their kind of tealish blue or baby blue, and I opted to. That was a huge expense, huge process, and so I decided, let's just do this a little more basic. Well, as basic as a pro runner as this thing can be. And then if I absolutely love this, drive this thing for a while and then do another one. Gosh, there's a lot of nibs on these tires. Luckily, I have a bunch of denibbing tools from Knipex now that people have been after me to get for years. So APG does offer, you know, if you want, they'll bring their PPF guy and their coating guy and all that stuff. I obviously didn't want them to do that. They just send it to me and then I'll do my thing. I don't know if this is gonna reach. I think I got it. Nice. I really like these wheels, man. They're awesome. So these fenders are all, you know, you have the carbon fiber fender liner, it's all one piece, you know, the front and rear. And then all the panel gaps and everything are dialed. Freaking sick. I'm telling you, this thing is insane. Now, it's still a base Bronco, right? So there's going to be some wind noise and a little bit of wonkiness, but I find that for whatever reason, the way Dodge does things doesn't work for me. It just seems kind of cheap. The way Ford does it cheaply, you know, over like Chevy and Dodge, I don't know, it just seems okay to me. Maybe I'm just justifying that, but I don't know, like the Raptor. You know, a lot of people made some comments on Instagram saying, well, you know, you should just do a Raptor build. And I may, but I'll be looking for somebody at APG's level to build it for me, because the issue with doing it myself is the tuning. You know, they know exactly how to, he's been working on this for years, they know exactly how to tune it. So the suspension is dialed. The one thing I will have to do, I'll probably have to send it down to Ultimate Auto, but I do need, after about a month, it needs to get aligned. There's a lot of settling that'll happen, and so I need to get an alignment done. I mean, it's drive straight now, but George said, you know, after you can either go rip it off road, or if you're driving it around, it'll need to get an alignment after the suspension settles. Your camber and toe will be off. Maybe shredding tires. So I'll make sure to do that. But what I may do to this, I really enjoyed the process of the Raptor. I still have the driver's side and the rear tailgate to finish, but I'm just doing it in sections, which makes it less painful. Kind of did a base interior cleanup, but seeing the atrocities of the interior and cleaning out cup holders and stuff, that made it very clear. A 77,000 mile Raptor is perfect for the kids and Michelle. This is mine. Plus, this is so much smaller inside than a F-150, you know, crew cab. I do love the idea, though, of doing a freaking crazy Raptor build like this. That would be sick. So maybe that'll be my next thing. I've always wanted to do this, to have a sick off-road vehicle. Just I didn't have the bandwidth or the money to do it. So now that I do, I love the idea of the truck and then the sports car. And then trying different things to figure out what I like. You know, the part that people miss is that, you know, when everybody else is hanging out, so on Christmas morning, I'm editing the video so I can get the video up. I'm organizing, figuring out my hex key tools, you know, the 8 tools. I'm accepting this car, which seems like such a dream, but it's a lot of freaking work. And so the fruits of that labor can mean that you can get something cool like this and then figure out how to make it a profitable long-term thing by providing value to people. And so this also opens up a whole nother avenue of people. I mean, many of you that are watching this video are probably here for the first time, trying to figure out what the heck is going on. This guy has got an hour-and-a-half video of him jerking around, just washing the car, talking to me. Or I'll never watch that, and then you watch the whole thing. Getting different cars like this. Well, first, I want to do it because it's fun. And then secondly, it reaches new people. To share this lifestyle, this obsessed life with them. That wasn't as bad as I thought. It'll get even better when I'm just maintaining rather than doing a double cleaning. And so once I get the wheels coated and all that, get the calipers coated, everything will look great. Okay, so let's get our Bilt Hamber set up, and let's Bilt Hamber it. After I do that, I'll kind of assess. I think I'll probably use Decon soap. So we'll do Bilt Hamber touchless, a 2% panel impact ratio, and then we'll do Decon soap, and wash this thing and see where. Then I'll pull it inside and we'll look at it under the lights, get some scan grips out, and I'll kind of decide what I'm going to do. I already cleaned the glass part, most of it, the front 3 windows and the back window. So I cleaned the glass just because we took it to dinner the other night. Ooh, yeah, it already looks better with the clean tires. Actually, I think I'm going to scrub the tires one more time with Bilt Hamber. A few weeks away, we're going to cut the door in here. I'm waiting on a few more parts for our DI system so I can get the dual Krensless set up. But we're not far off from, the garage is now functional. Notice my countertop is pretty clean, other than I'm about to blow it up with an entire Park Tool set. But I got all my bikes clean. Talked about that in the Raptor video. Once I get the closet done back there, we'll get the door out of here, the closet's done, so I can get anything that's sitting on the floor in there. It's coming together. So 234 milliliters of soap, and then the remaining in water. So I'll have a bucket filler here soon as well. We do have plenty of touchless in stock. I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's so good. Okay, let me go fill this up. I'll be right back. That's why I need a bucket filler. Since I did it in the kitchen sink, I just used warm water or almost hot water. Make it foam a little better. So no metering tip on the Griot foam cannon, just straight up. I'll normally only use half a bottle, but I'll do this whole thing. I use the whole liter on this car. All right, so I finally got a Gorilla ladder. I've been talking about this for years. This one's pretty sweet. I think this is probably the best one. Some guy sent me an email. He's like, I think you need 4 of them. You just walk. You don't have to move it. I was like, I kind of like where he's going with that. Then I'm going to hit the tires one more time with this. So notice we did a full custom rear, got rid of the spare. I think it's thick. So that was a huge project to take the spare off and the swing arm off. And so the whole rear is just clean. So I dropped like between the spare and then toolkit and all the stuff, in comparison to George's, I dropped like 600 pounds off the thing. like the idea. The inside of the tires I can keep maintained with Bilt Hamber here. All right, I can make another case for you for Bilt Hamber. It dials the tires in too, I'm telling you. While that's doing its thing, I really need to get those stupid chalk things. I'll just add this to my procedure every time, just kind of double clean the tires. I can also maintain the suspension components by using the touchless, even though they won't be like super duper clean, because I'm not doing a contact wash to them. Can't hurt. Hey, look at that, it's cleaning. All right, let's spray this thing off. So I'm going to go bottom up. Stuff is so good. All the bugs are coming off, and this thing's not even coated yet. All right, I'm gonna buy those frickin' stupid things. Got the amp research steps. I have a feeling I'll be doing a lot of this. Once it's coated, I'll be doing a lot of just Bilt Hamber touchless cleanings. A lot of undercarriage Bilt Hamber, keeping all the suspension components nice and clean. This thing came all the way across the country, so pretty darn dirty. I gotta get those detail guards, tire thingies, even if it's just for the front. So this has downpipes, intake, exhaust, And then the downpipes are probably the thing that's gonna make it sound like crap. And then intercooler, Sport Performance Tune. So I wanted, you know, my Bronco's a little lighter, also a little bit faster than George's. So we made it like maximum streetable. Man, this stuff cleans the whole thing. I mean, part of it's the pressure washer too, but oh boy, that's water running inside. I gotta fix that. That's the one window that was making a lot of noise. This seal here is, I think it's actually the window. The window isn't going up. So the window needs to be adjusted. See, this window goes up higher. I wish they just made it in a hard top. Get rid of the goofy removable top. All right, so let's do decon soap. So I have this metered, but I don't have the right metering tip. So I'm just gonna do what it does. The foam is not great. Man, what great weather. Holy cow. Well, the good news is that little bit of wind noise, I think it's just if I take the door panel off, I just need to adjust that window. The window's not going up all the way. That's from the factory. They didn't mess with the doors. I have to go up a level on my thingy. All right. So let's get our buckets set up. Get that going. Have some soap. It looks pretty cool. I like it. This back on, using the old kink method. Done. Might have to put this up one notch. Let's see how tall I am. Oh yeah, that works. I had it up taller on the Raptor yesterday, but that made it difficult to get up and down. I'd rather reach a little bit. And this top is going to take a lot of coating. Yeah. All right, good news. I think you can adjust the alignment. I don't have to clean the interior because I got water up in there. You know, a lot of people thought, you know, when I got the Model 3 that I'd be freaking out about panel gaps and all that. I mean, I think it's easier when you know what to expect, when you know what you're getting into. It's not as disappointing. So, I mean, I know I'm getting a $30,000 base vehicle is what this thing is. So, I'm not gonna be disappointed if there's some factory panel gaps and stuff. And in fact, George and APG probably fixed most of what would be an issue in a factory car. Oh yeah, this paint is good, man. So they took the orange peel out of the factory so that the doors, so, god dang. So the doors, so let's see, the fenders, the rear door, whatever that's called, the rear tailgate, have all been repainted, and so, because they're new. And so they wet sand and polish the hood and the doors. And then a few of I think the driver's side, after they wet sanded, they do a measurement before and after and weren't comfortable with the amount of clear, so they just repainted the doors. And so I should have plenty of clear coat. I'll have tons of clear coat to polish the truck whenever it needs to be polished. I like the APG bumpers a lot, man. They're not, well, this is the factory front bumper, but this piece here is APG. But the rear bumper matches the front. And then I did a subtle little gray, gunmetal gray here. And then gunmetal gray, Bronco logo. I just kept it simple as this thing can look. Anyway. Makes me smile. Look over here. Let's do this. Fender. Nice. Yeah, I wish they just made like a full hardtop version where it's not a bolt-on hardtop, but a factory painted metal top. I think this is going to be pretty easy to wash. I don't have to bend over. That's good. It's always ideal. So the door handles are painted black as well instead of a plastic gray like this. They painted some tops, but it doesn't work out well. So we didn't do a painted top. Oh yeah. and fix that. I'm pretty sure it's my hose, my inlet hose that's leaking. It's causing it to surge like that. I'm not really too concerned about chasing it because I'll be swapping it soon anyway. Water under pressure, people. Water under pressure, you always have to chase it. This is my favorite part. All the work they had to do to get this to be flush like that. It seems simple, but there's all kinds of ports and wiring and I need to get better brakes for my buckets. So there's a air release. So that way when you close the door, you know, there isn't like a big vacuum. And so you need air. So there were two little pockets here that when you slam the door closed anywhere in the car, the door actually closes instead of, you know, being like a vacuum. So he actually relocated that to under the fender well. So that was a big, big project. And then figuring out what to do with the plate. So we used the Ford emblem where the little Ford hole was and put that there. So it's debadged. And then this normally has a swing out for the spare, but I didn't want the spare. Mainly so I could fit it better in my garage. Plus I think it looks better like this. Coolest thing about this is I don't have to park in dent-free zone. No one's door is gonna hit it. Yeah, see all these windows push up into the top. That other one's kind of a little crooked. Gotta get the windows tinted. I don't know, Martin, if you're watching this, is Martin mobile? Or is he only in the shop now, or only doing houses? Martin, I need this thing tinted. Can you come do it? I probably need to do my RS as well. This thing is so cool. Holy cow. So my plan is, I guess this is gonna have to sit outside until the Evo goes. So my plan is to put the Evo back to stock, put that on Bring a Trailer, then really start focusing on the design studio, because the GT3 RS will be housed at the design studio. This becomes my daily driver. That and the Model S. So I want to get a Model S. So the Model S and the Bronco will stay here with a golf cart and Michelle's Raptor. Raptor stays outside. And then the Amiras will come and go pretty quickly. So maybe I can find some garage here locally. I've like offered to be the caretaker for their house if they let me use their garage when they're not here. I think that'd be a pretty cool trade-off. Wouldn't you want me watching after your house? I think I would. All right, we definitely don't need a decon, that's for sure. I mean, remember the whole car was wet sanded and polished. So we'll take a look at the paint. I may just jewel it up with perfect finish, which is what I'm hoping. Just a quick finish polish. And then coat it. I'm gonna do CSL XO on this. I need to do the top first. So I think what I'll do is today will be the first simple wash, and then maybe next week when I wash it, I'll polish it. So it'll just stay unprotected for a week or so. So I'll blow it off out here and then we'll pull it in and spray some drying aid on it. So we can get to it fully. Let's put my pressure washer away. Let me show you. I haven't shown you a good job of how this thing gets put away. A simple temporary setup here. So the power, or the spigot's out here, so I just turn this off and I can let the water out. Like so. I've been storing this on these pipes right here for now. I'll take this guy off, pull this back out. Let me put the bit back on here, the sprayer nozzle. This comes back outside. Pretty close to a custom install, just has an extra step with an extra hose. I'm so mad at myself for throwing away all those. I had like a bunch of pink tips. Now I don't have any. I lost the one that I had. What the heck I did with it? I put it in a drawer somewhere and I can't freaking find it. As soon as I go get more of them, I'll find it. And so the decon soap has the turquoise tip, which doesn't work as well. took it out for some reason. I think to do GFX. That gets put away. So I like this process. This is the same argument I have with Michelle all the time when we're like cooking stuff. Like kind of clean stuff up and put stuff away as you're working. It's a better way to live. So I don't have some big giant cleanup process to do afterward. This is always end up with this mess. That's why it's generally better to pull your hose, straighten it out. This hose has a lot more memory than the OG hose. It wants to straighten out. And there's no drag on the hose reel, and so it wants to unwind as well. But I think it's still the best all-in-one pressure washing solution. Performance is good, the sound is good. The quality is good. I mean, nothing is great, but it's good. For $750, it does the job. It does it quite well. Store that there. It's done. And the buckets. Can't wait to get my shelves so I can get also all the new press hauls too. I need my shelves so I can put all my spray bottles on them. So I think we're going to do that door in the next couple of days. So get this door done. So this is going to have to come off anyway again. These two. Underneath. There. That right there. Okay. So let's dry this thing off. What's up? Got something good for me?
Yeah, it's garage.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
How's it going, man?
Not bad yourself?
Yep. What do you know what you got?
It's a long from Prevost.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised it's not going to your garage.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
Yeah, we even called this morning to verify its address. I was like, man, I've never delivered to like a resident.
Oh, yeah, I do know. I do need it here. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah, it's for my.
times. I was like,
It's for my piping in here. That's right. Yep.
Over there?
Yeah, I think so. Say, let's just put it long ways right on the edge of the driveway here. People think I'm nuts in this regular neighborhood with all this crazy crap I'm doing. It's no fun blowing off a car that isn't coated. Gosh, this thing's cool. Looks even better clean. It's pretty sweet, man. I like it. All right. We'll just do some heavy drying aid. Dry this sucker off. Yeah, see how this window's crooked. So yeah, I'm out there when I was when I was blow drying the car. I'm like, I'm gonna polish it. No, you're not gonna do. I don't have the coating that I need here anyway, so let me just do it. I'll do it in a couple weeks when I not rush it. Enjoy the process. We're along for the ride here. Gosh, I love this ladder. Why did I not get one of these 10 years ago? It always makes it better though when you don't have something. You can't have it all. So I'd clean the windows really with Angel Wax Vision, and then followed with Traceless the other night. So the windows, otherwise the windows would have taken a lot more work than they did. So this will all stay nice. So get it nice and coated. It's pretty tall. So if I had 7-foot doors, but see, I have a foot to spare, plenty of room. I was wondering how this thing would feel inside of this garage. It's fine. It's like the same length as my GT3 RS. So the Bronco's not super long. So see, this is the APG, this hood scoop thingy, or this hood insert. It's freaking cool. That's one of their, oh man, yeah, they got this thing polished flat. Nice. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to compound it. See a bunch of pigtails. Some deeper sanding scratches. That is the one disadvantage when you go with a, when you machine polish or machine sand something, you end up with pigtails that you have to polish out. Hopefully I don't blow through the rest of the clear. We'll see. Man, that looks great. And so they have 3 different size fender flares. These are the 1-inch. They have a 2-inch, or a 3-inch and a 5-inch, I think. Let's see how good the paint looks. Maybe I should PPF it. So, what's the sticker on this thing? $68,530. That's all I paid. $68,000. I got a slight discount. I got a slight discount on it, and APG fits all the rest into 68. It's a bargain. 70,000 bucks, and you get a truck like this. It's a sweet deal. You should really give them a call and consider it. You know, I got 3,000 or 4,000 off MSRP, and then they put all the suspension and wheels and all that on for that 3,000 or 4,000. It's freaking sweet. I just had to pay the transport. We'll do this one step at a time, where just get the exterior clean. This is the thing I've learned over the years, is to not rush it. So normally I would it's also different when you have one car. Like when you get that one car you've been waiting on, and you just kind of get it, and that weekend you work through it. When you have a bunch of cars, and when you've done this a bunch of times, I find it's way better to take my time, enjoy the process, instead of rushing through it out of obligation. So I do want to finish the Raptor. So likely what I'll do is I'll wash the Raptor next weekend. I'll finish the coating on that. And then I'll get into this thing. So we'll just deal with a drying aid setup that I have now. And we'll get into this thing in a couple of weeks. I am going to CES. So it might be a month before I get this set up. We'll see how it goes. I wonder what this thing's gonna get. 10, 11 miles a gallon. Because it's tuned, I'm sure we'll have to run 93. Yeah, this is pretty easy to dry. That's a key requisite. If I hate washing my car, then I'm not gonna like it. It seems like this process is gonna be pretty decent. Especially if it's decent washing it like this, where it's not coated yet. So I emailed APG about, I have that BDS suspension, the garbage suspension that's on the Raptor. You know, I got rid of the bedazzled front bumper. I'm getting rid of the TE 37s that need to be refinished. That anodized finish or whatever the heck they put on those wheels is terrible. They look great when they're brand new, but the coating on them failed in like the first week. Shoot, I only have 10 minutes. Actually, I'll come back to you. I just have to do a quick Destination OG interview. And I'll show you what I want to show you what I do with the mineral spirits on the tires. I think you'll want to see that, and then we'll do one section of denibbing. Wheels, I'm just going to throw some drying aid on them for now. Let me see if I can do this. Get this thing dry fast before I go do this meeting. 2025 is going to be the year of no meetings. I'm going to get out of every meeting and just cancel them. Canceled. All meetings canceled. I'm unavailable. I'm in the garage making videos. Anybody who needs me, figure it out. You know, I can usually tell instantly when I get something, if I really like it or not. I really like this. I was actually kind of dreading getting it, just because I got a lot going on. But now that I have it, when it showed up, again, I don't feel any pressure anymore with cars. The only time I get pressure is when I get too many cars at once, which I'm kind of doing. But this just feels right. I think I'm destined for the bro-dozer lifestyle. I got to get back on track in my Rolex Real Man. My pathway to jeans and a Rolex. And get out of this sucker. Look like a real honest working guy, you know. Good old paper. One of my calls him a paper contractor. This screams paper contractor here. No, it doesn't fit. Not enough travel. So George says this thing will settle 3-4 inches, and then that's when I need to get an alignment. as the springs and shocks break in. Yeah, I'm glad I paid him the extra to do the re-clearing, and that way the fenders match the doors. So all the orange peel, well, there is no orange peel anymore, it all matches. I love white. I needed a white car back in my life. The only other thing I need is a red car. So the grill I had done in gloss black, and then the gunmetal Bronco. Gosh, I need to fill this up. All right, I got the whole thing dry. I'm gonna do my meeting. I'll be right back to you, show you, do some mineral spirit cleaning to the tires. All right, let me do the wheels.
Good part,
Yeah, I went and jumped the darn thing.
Does it get out its own way?
It goes, yeah.
Yeah. So they geared it, right?
Yep. Geared it, intercooler, downpipes, tune,
Yeah.
intake.
Turbo stock though?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it gained like 100 horsepower over stock.
yeah, and gearing makes a big difference because otherwise she'd be a dog.
I hate this brown. A new Wild Track brown interior. It's gross.
You don't like it?
You don't have a choice.
At least you know if someone's trying to get over on you, they'll bump your tire before they hit the car.
Oh yeah.
You got a lot of posts here.
Yep.
Jeez. Looking like a Florida bro now.
It's freaking sick.
I think it pokes a lot, especially in the rear.
Thing's wide. Well, it'll settle a little bit too. They've done some painted, but the paint doesn't work very well.
No, I think it's best leaving it like this. Just if you coat it, it'll stay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to compound it. I see all the pigtails on it from the sanding. But they even sanded the jams. Attention to detail is pretty awesome from these guys. You see the new Wild Track brown, not great. I don't think I had a choice. I wanted to source a white Wild Track, but it had all the options that I needed. There's really only that one package, the one technology package, and that's about it. It's weird because you kind of have to slam the doors on this thing, but the doors are pretty dainty. I think the doors come off. The 2.7, man, is ugly. Look at how ugly this thing is. It's like a rat's nest of. We'll deal with the underside on the next wash. I'll clean this all up. Oh yeah. Oh, that's supposed to be like that. Yeah, we'll do a little detail of the engine bay. It's crazy. This big old vehicle has a tiny little motor. That's what the turbos do for you. So I think he's working on a V8 swap right now. Maybe that'll be my next one. If I'm gonna do that, I'd probably just build a Raptor R. All right, buddy boy, let's do the wheels and tires here. I'm gonna try this. So this is what we need, mineral spirits. I gotta figure out a good procedure for application of that. You don't want to spray it because you don't want to get it on the wheel. What I normally do is just dump it on the towel. Just wipe this off. Man, these wheels are awesome. You know, I saw pictures of them, but I hadn't seen it in person. I just said, well, I think this is the one I want. The finish on them is great. So these are from Innovate. Built to spec, built to order. All forged aluminum. With a functional bead lock. It's quite a bit of little nooks and crannies here, though. I need to get some cool looking titanium lugs or something. Although I like it all blacked out like this. Ooh, it's not good. Okay. So I'd rather not ruin one of these fancy towels, but I got extras. I like this size for this. So I gotta figure out a solid way to clean tires with this without spraying it. So I wonder, what I normally do is just dump it on here. So I think with tires, it's all about the initial cleaning and then maintaining. Yeah, so it would be really smart to do this with gloves, but I'll just do this one on camera. So I think if I got this up in here, yeah, it's not gonna help. That's why I wonder if I do this. Take my race glaze. And then wipe the excess. And then just do, in my normal maintenance, just do normal wipe downs. Yeah, I think this might work. Only do this crevice cleaning when necessary. I mean, almost all the superficial dirt is off. I'm just doing the kind of detailed, deep cleaning. Good. Got a solid day's worth of denibbing work to do. If you're really obsessed, you clean the treads too. I'm not going to do that. So that's the process. I don't want you to sit here and watch me do that forever. Let's check out some denibbers. Let's see which one we end up with. Okay, we got this little guy, this guy. We got a bunch of flush cut. So I kept a bunch of these. Let's see which one I like. So let's see which one works best. All right, so we got, this is number 7823. So this one's spring loaded, which is nice because it'll open back up. See how flush it cuts. Ooh, that's pretty good. These are a flush cut. So I got that one. And this one is at like a, so that one is at a 45. This one's at like a 30 degree. So I think having the combination of these two, depending on what section we're working with here. And then got these guys. Ooh, that one does cut really nicely. That's 7722115. This is the same thing, just bigger. So I don't think this would do better. Let's just try it. I don't know. Actually, I think these are better. Yep. That one gets demoted. Then I got this, was like a fingernail clipper. I find this one does a good job, but it's kind of hard to, it's harder to get in position. But it is a nice option. This is 6402115. I got this one, which is just a pointy version. Yeah, those are both good. These are better. So for this task, let's see if I like this better. This. I feel like this one's faster. So anyway, I'm gonna go through and do this. I'll probably do one tire a day. There's a lot of nibs on here. But that's the process. All right, so that's the introduction of the Bronco. I'll have more specs and stats. We'll do like probably a dedicated introduction video to the details of it. I'm gonna just kind of play in the garage here, cleaning it up, getting it dialed in. But I'm gonna do the same procedure to all the wheels. I could do the denibbing when I took the wheel off. I may do that to the other ones when I take it off to do the coating. But I am gonna coat the wheel. I'm not gonna dress these tires, so I don't think so. They're gonna stick with the mineral spirit cleaning, so we'll do Bilt Hamber, a combination of Bilt Hamber, Shine Supply Wise Guy, and Brake Buster, depending on the need, and then do periodic wipe downs with mineral spirits, maybe like every 4th wash or something like that, where I'm using the race glaze brush and some towels to clean it, get it the rest of the way clean. And that the mineral spirits I find will help it stay looking clean. Not dressed, but just satin. January 25th, if you're somewhere nearby, is our next Cars and Culture event at OGHQ. It's 455 Rolling Acres Road. We had like 250 people, 250 cars or something like that last time. It was awesome. We'll have Obsessed Home Theater demos going. We'll have washing demos. It's really a cool event. A lot of like-minded people come out. So if you're somewhere, within a certain, whatever your tolerance for distance is, or somewhere in that range, love to have you. So we'll put a link in the description of the event, and we'll see you out there. I'll have this thing out there, I'm sure. Try to get my cars there so you can check them out. Anyway, thanks for watching. As always, stay tuned for more crazy. I'm going to be here doing my crazy denibbing, apparently for the foreseeable future. These Knipex definitely make it easier. See you soon.